Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, pretty cool. I've got a new brand on the channel today. This is the VDK Strix. This is definitely the first VDK knife I have had on the channel. Huge shout out to the Apex Pass Around group for making this one happen. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to check out the Strix. So you know what? Let's zoom out. Let's do it. Now, you can see that the Strix has a full titanium construction. This one has got a nice green anode to it. Now, there are a few other colors available. There's a blue anode, and then you've got more of just like a stonewashed gray titanium. But the blue actually looks pretty, it's a darker blue. It looks pretty good as well. But I know this green is going to make Tojo happy. Shout out to Tojo for that one. Black hardware. Now, on the VDK website, it calls out that all the hardware and handle and everything is all titanium construction. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. You do have your lock bar insert there. Exterior relief for your frame lock. No spot for a lanyard. Sorry, lanyard fans. We don't have a spot for a lanyard on this one. Called out as titanium back spacer, a titanium pocket clip. That really flows nicely. I really like the flow of that clip. It looks pretty darn good. Now, it is a flipper. You have jimping on the flipper tab, which is done pretty darn well. It's just aggressive enough to do what you want it to do, but not sharp or anything like that. Let's check out the centering. Centering looks pretty darn good. Not too bad at all. So we're going to flip it. Now, oh man, that is action. Riding on ceramic bearings. Guys, this action is sweet. Oh my goodness, that is a sweet action. And it's a dropper, so you have to be careful. I gotta make sure I'm not putting any pressure on. Wow, there you go. I thought it was gonna fail, but no. I mean, it's a really smooth action. I mean, now that's a pretty good chunk of M390. You got flowing when you flip it there. There's your VDK logo. M390 blade steel on it. Now you see there, man, you have got a wicked hollow grind on this portion of the blade, and then on the forward portion of the Tanto, the tip there, you got a nice flat grind. Really deep swedge going across. Just for a wow, that's a wicked looking blade. Very wicked looking blade. Got a nice ramp there with some jimping on it that, you know what, is pretty darn solid. You know, that works pretty well. Your choil, nice. Grinds look pretty darn good. Yes, indeedy. Now, you've got, on the blade finish, you've got the, what is it? It's the polished, you can see there that it says it's got polished bevels. And then, I'm trying not to blind you. And then it's got hand-rubbed flats. And those flats do look pretty darn good. I mean, the overall blade looks good. It just looks good. Now, honest, we'll talk about this a little more. You guys know that Tantos aren't my favorite style of blade. But I tell you what, that's a pretty wicked blade. Tanto fans out there, yeah. Yeah, buddy, check that out. Let's get some specs on it real quick, and then we'll talk about what we like and what we don't like. All right, overall, what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're pushing right at about 8 inches. Overall handle length, you know what? I'm going to give handle length I'm going to give it 4.5 on the handle. And then, of course, your blade is going to be sitting right about 3.5. And just how your blade hits there, I mean, you pretty much got a full 3-inch cutting edge. There you go. So yeah, not bad overall. Grip length, what do we got for grip length? Point to point, as I see, you got your natural cutout for your grip. I'm going to give it 3. I'm going to give it 3.5. Now, if you had to go back on it, I don't believe it would be uncomfortable at all. Honestly, I mean, my hand pretty much fits in that. It fits, guys. I mean, yeah. It fits in there. My hand fits really nice. You hear me say that quite a bit, but you know, when it's true, it's true. And that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. Yeah, let's get a weight. I say yeah like that because I was not going to think that. I honestly, I had preconceived notions. I try not to, but I did. I didn't think it was going to be comfortable. That was not the case. 3.5 ounces or 98 grams. Riding, it rode pretty good. We're not talking super deep carry, but as you can tell by the shape of the handle, I mean, you got about pretty much your traditional about 1/2 inch sticking out. So not bad at all. Pretty okay in and out of pocket. You've got a good ramp there to go in, coming out. You say you got a little bit more of a pop, which is good. You've got the retention. Retention on the clip was fantastic. I will say that. The other thing I will say about this knife, it was requested that we do minimal cutting with it, and that's exactly what I did, was minimal cutting. A little bit of, I didn't do my normal rope and all that good stuff at work. I just, a little bit of paper and just to kind of get a feel, and just a little bit of cardboard. Not much. I promise, not much. But overall, what do I like and what do I don't like about the Strix? Well, any of you that have been with the channel for any length of time, and for those of you that haven't, well, you're going to learn something about me today. The Strix, not in my ballpark aesthetically at all. You guys know I'm not real crazy about the more, I don't know if you'd really call this futuristic, but aesthetically, not a knife I would choose. I mean, the Tanto blade, okay, fine. We got that out of the way. But I tell you what, I was really concerned that this handle would be uncomfortable, and it is not uncomfortable at all. It is really, really comfortable, actually. I mean, handle-wise, everything is done just really well. I mean, I would expect nothing less. Everything is chamfered. No hot spots. No, the clip, beautiful in hand. The action on it is amazing. Detent is right where it needs to be in my opinion. Super dialed in. Overall, the construction and the feel about this knife are, yeah, I won't say a negative thing about it. It's pretty darn good. Now, as I said, aesthetically, not in my wheelhouse, but this channel, well, it is kind of for me, but it's more for you guys to show you what's out there. And a knife like this, I definitely had to get it on the channel and show you what it's out there because one, well, it's a BDK, it's a new brand on the channel. And you know what? A lot of folks out there like them Tantos. And you know what? That's very cool. Now, the one thing I was going to talk about, and, call me crazy or whatever you want, but on their website, on the VDK website, it calls out everything. It says it lists, it's got a block and it says hardware/pivot titanium. Okay, roger that. Well, I have a magnet here. Now, I don't know if it's picking up on the blade, if that's what it's picking up on, but something in there is not exactly titanium. Back here, The back spacer, I believe, is titanium, but the hardware, it's picking up on the hardware. So it leads me to believe that hardware is not titanium. Not saying anything. I'm not trying to say that's good or bad. I'm just saying, I'm telling you what's on the website and what I found. So there you go. Just something to think about. Overall, guys, yeah, $300 for this knife. That's what they sell for. Blue liked it. Not in his wheelhouse either, so that will taint our thoughts of it a bit. It's going to. The construction, we're going to give it an 8.5. That's a solid rating. Now, if you're into this style of knife, Tantos, all that other, you just might think it might be a little bit better than that. And you know what? That's okay. Because construction-wise, comfort-wise, even for somebody that doesn't, yeah, it's got it, guys. It's there. Would one of these end up in my collection? No. No. It's just not my style of knife. But if this is your style of knife, and you got $300 to spend on a knife, you know what, guys? I think you might be pretty darn happy with it. Yeah, I think so. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate the Apex Pass-Around group giving me the opportunity to check out the VDK Strix. As always, I appreciate you guys checking it out with me right here. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.